Greetings, people of the world. I'm Michael from the Unison Project, out here with my old friend John, and today we're out. Why are you? Oh, you were waving. We're going to be talking about roadside vegetable gardening. So if you don't have a yard or a garden of your own, that's no reason why you can't grow all the vegetables you want. You just use other people's property. Alright, so I'm going to show you the extensive list of tools that you need. If you want to bring the camera in there, John? Alright, so here's what we will need, or what we've brought with us. There's two of us, so we've got two of these trowels because they're stronger than fingers. And then all you need is a selection of seeds. We're not focusing on building soil and permaculture and long-term projects. We're kind of putting stuff in the ground and then leaving it and then going back to get it later when it's ready. Some selected seeds that I do have, a glove for pulling out here, they're endemic, are blackberries. So if you're farming on somebody's lawn or derelict land, which I emphasize, it'll probably be covered in blackberries if you live in British Columbia, and you'll need leather gloves. Seeds that I'm using today are some squash. What was the name of that squash, John? Do you remember? It wasn't a Hubbard squash, maybe. It was some green...
Hibacha?
Yeah, hibacha squash, whatever. A squash like that. This is mustard. I've got black mustard and brown mustard seeds in here. Quinoa, which will grow into like lamb's lettuce, plus give us seeds if we let it grow long enough. And this is my immediate favorite. I bought just at the bulk bin at the grocery store. It is heirloom beans. And heirloom varieties are always best because they're open pollinated and have more variation. So when I put out 150 of them, there's more chance that one is going to actually survive and give me vegetables in my untended gardening fashion. And then out of the bird food bulk section, these are sunflower seeds. You can use any sunflower seeds so long as they're raw. And this is more of the commercial seeds. Whenever possible, get them this way from the bulk section, because this is outlandishly expensive. But again, there's a whole variety more things, different kinds of beans that I've chosen. Dried fava beans, I guess. Whatever you like. I would just pick things that are not very labor intensive and will grow well in your climate. Like here in British Columbia, I'm not going to be seeding out tomatoes because they're never going to get to age and it's just not going to work out right. I'm not planning to water. So I'm picking things that are more likely to be able to stand the conditions. And then when we go along further, we'll look at specific planting locations, taking future watering needs into consideration. So that's it. Let's get on. Are you filming right now?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Come over here.
Okay.
From a traditional gardening standpoint, this looks like a terrible place to plant. However, we're ending the wet season right now, and that's telling me that during the dry season, this is where most of the water is going to sit. So things that require lots of water, like these squash, are going to be planted around low-lying areas where I know that during the summertime, it's much more likely that they're going to have access to groundwater without my intervention. You want to plant some stuff? Okay. Would you like to plant some stuff, John? Okay, let's plant some stuff. Turn the camera off. So there's lots of ways to plant seeds. Here we see John planting squash and beans with a trowel. Works really good for big seeds. Little tiny seeds might be planted too deep that way. So you just dig a tinier hole. For really small seeds, this is a good one, is broadcasting. If you've got broken ground, that's ideal way to plant. That's quinoa, and mustard I plant that way as well. And this is me just pushing sunflower seeds straight into the ground, because they're pointy and hard, and they, yeah. So it's really a matter of preference. You can plant your seeds however you want, as long as they're in contact with the ground and water, they should sprout. Nobody, nature isn't made up of trowels. The point of the Unison Project is to bring various aspects of ourselves and our societies together in a way that they resonate and operate in unison favorably with one another. So let's just look at this exercise and see the benefits and potential benefits for ourselves and our society. Firstly, of course, is us, our body and our mind. Our bodies, well, it was a beautiful day. You get to go outside, you get to walk around, get some moderate exercise. If it's cold out, you probably burn a lot of calories keeping yourself warm, but on nice days like this, it was, it's just good. For our minds, the same exercise. It's proven to be very beneficial for our moods and our mental states. It also provides what I've discovered is important, that of positive anticipation. If you have any experience with anxiety, you'll know that negative anticipation. Oh, that thing tomorrow. That thing next week. What about next year? I don't know what's going on. These negative things rattle around in our brains and cause a great deal of stress and anxiety. So the more elements of positive anticipation we can add, the better. Our body and our mind. For our behavior, of course, it was exercise. It's also going to help us with our diet. If we do this enough, by the end of the year, we'll have lots of fresh fruits and vegetables that we've grown ourselves. This is a positive behavior and a positive change that will not only help us, but help anybody who just simply witnesses it. It's a novel thing to see giant squash plants growing next to the street. Also, positive behaviors are sharing. You don't grow a bunch of vegetables without intending to share them. Plus, I got to share this experience and making that garden with my friend John. I also get to make and share this video, which is good for my mental state and is hopefully will help lead to betterment in the mental states of at least some of the people who watch. That's, I think, largely it. If there's other benefits or detriments you might see, please put them in the comment section. But all in all, I think gardening is a good thing to do. So that's it. I'm Michael, the Unison Project. Take care and go plant some seeds. Thanks.